Um, I remember the work you were doing in the south coast of New South Wales very well, and they were broad. I remember them as broad areas of colour, very open in form, very open in space, much more open than these paintings that we see around us now.
Well,
now those were paintings done in that sort of landscape. These are paintings done here in Ecuador. Do you see the difference, and do you see the differences because of your experiences in your life here in Ecuador?
I think that what we're looking at here is 6 or 7 months of exposure in Ecuador. I'm still in the process of distilling it.
Of course.
And I think I've got some rubbings that I think are successful enough to take me on another path. I've got sort of like the foundation, and now I'm going to sort of work on it so that it actually becomes much more my own signature, if you will.
So you see differences in your work here
Oh, yeah.
from what you did in Australia?
Undoubtedly, undoubtedly. It's completely different. I guess I'm not realizing I paint my surroundings. I don't paint trees, I don't paint footpaths, I don't paint buildings. I just paint what I think I feel. And sometimes that's very hard to do. Sometimes it's impossible.
It's always hard to do.
But I'm really having the time of my life. I mean,
Here,
I'm
are
really
you?
enjoying myself enormously. I feel like a kid again. And by God, that's something.
That's something at your age, yes. Mind you, you're still a kid now, Charles. You're just a youngster. In retrospect, would you say that, I mean, you've had a pretty dramatic lifestyle, moving from country to country to country. Would it have been more beneficial to your professional development to have stayed in one place, do you think? Would it have been easier? Would have been better? Would have made you would you have had a more productive life?
Could have been all those things. I don't know. It's sort of it is what it is, and I'm having the time of my life now. I feel like a kid again, and I'm full of excitement and exuberance, and I have been rejuvenated by the move.
So what are you getting out of Ecuador, do you think? Is it the colour, the light, the texture, the people?
Culture.
The culture.
It's a very sort of like, it's a most unusual culture, one I've never been exposed to in my entire life. And they all speak a different language than I speak. I don't speak Spanish, much to my disappointment. But the people are lovely here. The country is sort of remarkable, sort of, and it is, of course, it's warm all year round, which is, I know, you're disagreeing. Unfortunately, you've had some bad weather, but generally speaking, it's very pleasant. And I'm having the time of my life.